Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex. Today we're working on Mini Isle because I've definitely been procrastinating this island. We're going to try to unlock terraforming, but we'll see how that goes. I've got a lot to do, you know. Also, today's video is sponsored by Secret Cat Forest. Go ahead and tap the link in the description to download the game for yourself. This game is so cute. It's not tiring at all. It's a very healing, calming game. You get to collect resources to attract little cats to your home. And the cats won't come while you're online. It encourages you to kind of get off your phone. You know, when you close your phone or at least close the app, cats can come to visit and they'll stay for 10 minutes. You can interact with them by tapping on them. It's so cute. The first 200 people to download the game and enter my code, which is LexPlay, not case sensitive, will receive 2,000 wood and 4 cans of fish in game. So how cool is that, you know? If you know me, you know I love cats. Remember to tap the link in the description to check out that little game. I wanted to start here by talking to Mabel because she's finally visiting. I want to get the Able Sisters shop up as soon as possible. I can't remember what the requirement is. I think you just have to buy from Mabel 3 separate days when she comes to visit. I don't think you have to buy like a certain amount or like a specific number of items. I think you just have to buy at least one thing from her 3 times and then the Able Sisters shop will come. Obviously that's super important for me because I definitely need to get that kiosk so that we can explore some custom designs. If you have any recommendations, drop them in the comments because like I said, I'm doing a cherry blossom theme, but my island is going to be very small. So I was considering doing like a cherry blossom road design like Colin's on Instagram, but I don't know if I can fit it with the limited space I want to work with. Anyway, while we're talking to Mabel, how cute is my outfit today? How absolutely adorable is that? I told myself that I was only going to wear pink on this island because, you know, cherry blossom theme, pink, it makes sense. But I found these items, the little wig especially, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I was like, I can't. I also went and collected all the apples on my island. I don't know what I was doing. Like if it was just for fun or if I had a plan. Don't have a plan anymore. We're going to go put those away. But yeah. Appreciate my outfit. We are vibing. We're like farmer chic today. I also have been working on upgrading my house because I don't know how many of you were here for Xenia, but I kept the house small on that island and it killed me to not have a lot of storage space. Like I was baffled by how people can work with such limited storage. So here I'm going to talk to Tom Nook. I'm going to continue upgrading my home so that I have more and more storage space so I can start, I don't know, hoarding cherry blossom items probably. That's the general game plan for today. I've also got to actually start working on those 3 houses. I haven't even placed them yet. So if you haven't been around for this island build, we have already gotten the 3 villagers that are going to move in. They are going to be Marina, Shino, and Paolo. Shino, we decided could pass as pink, even though her horns are definitely red and not pink. And Paolo is definitely just a bright pink elephant. And then Marina, obviously the pink octopus. We're going for all pink villagers. And yes, I will continue to pretend that Shino has pink and not red accents so that she can stay here. She was the 2nd Nook Mile ticket that I used on the villager hunt. How lucky is that? It's not like I could just tell her no. It's not like I could just get rid of her. Absolutely not. Anyway, look at me paying off my loans. Definitely got these bells by selling royal crowns from a treasure island. I am not diligently working on this island. I don't want you to have a higher opinion of me than I deserve. Definitely just getting all this from treasure islands. That's also where I got the clothes that I'm wearing. We're vibing, you know? We're vibing. Look at me go. Just trying to expand my home, doing my best. I think the loans, the way they jump so high is hilarious. Tom Nook is like, yeah, you know, like 100,000 bells, whatever. And then he's like, oh, you want to add a basement? No, sorry, isn't the 2nd floor before the basement? You want to add a 2nd floor? 1,200,000 bells. Imagine if that's how houses worked in real life. Like, add 1 room to the bottom floor, fine. Add a 2nd floor, over $1 million. More expensive than if you just bought a 2-story house. I forgot that you have to build that bridge before you can actually work on the 3 houses. I think that after you set the bridge up, you don't have to wait for it to be built. I think Tom Nook will let you build the houses as long as you've like placed the bridge kit. I can't remember what it takes to build a bridge though. Log stakes, clay, stone. I think that I have log stakes in storage from, you guessed it, a treasure island. We'll go and check that out. I also keep forgetting to talk to my villagers. Wow. Yeah, I don't really have much to chat about today. Yesterday was super stressful. My little sister had to go to the hospital because she's been having like respiratory complications. If you've ever considered vaping, maybe don't, because I think that's the cause of her issues lately. And yeah, she's home now though. She's safe, and it's not Peaches. For those of you who are concerned, it's not Peaches. Peaches is the little girl who talks at the end of my videos sometimes. She's my little sister too. She's only 10. It wasn't her. It was my other sister who was in the hospital this week. But everything's okay now. Everything's good. We're Gucci. Obviously, because I'm sitting here playing Animal Crossing, which I presumably would not be in the great mental space to do otherwise. Tell me what you guys have been up to. Like, what's been going on in your lives lately? Hi, it's voiceover Lex, because I was like seriously really quiet in this video, and I was like, actually I do have a lot to chat about. This is like hours later. But anyway, so while I work on setting up this bridge, getting it ready so I can start working on the villager homes, let me tell you what my life has been like this week, aside from the fiasco yesterday. So Peaches and I have been like squishmallow hunting and stuff. Well, not like actively squishmallow hunting, but we went to Target, right? We're just going to Target for fun. We were just looking around. I was checking for amiibos, seeing if they had any, and they did, by the way. So check your local Targets. They might have amiibo cards in stock. But yeah, so we were leaving that Target and we were walking down just this random aisle. It was like the pillow aisle or like the blanket aisle or something, just some random aisle. And Peaches stopped and found a Connor Squishmallow. For those of you who don't know, Connor is like the classic black cow. Or like he's white and black, you know what I mean? Like the classic cow aesthetic. Connor, and it wasn't just a regular Connor, it was a fuzzy Connor. We just found him sitting on a random aisle. So this is your sign to check Target, not just for amiibos, but for lost or misplaced Connor Squishmallows. I felt like it was fate, because I would have walked right by that little cow. I would not have noticed. But Peaches, with her short stature, was level with the shelf that he was on, and she found him. That was like her dream Squishmallow. Anyway, that was really cute, I thought. And then also, I finally received this bookshelf that I ordered ages ago, because so I'm a big reader, if you didn't know. Absolutely love like fantasy romance books. So anyway, I have so many books just from collecting them over the years that my bookshelf was double layered on every shelf. Like there were 2 rows of books, so you couldn't even see the back row. So I ordered a new bookshelf, and Peaches actually built it last night. She insisted on building it by herself, and she did a really good job, by the way. She's like a construction queen now, I guess. But anyway, so I set it up last night. It's already full. Like just from the books, getting off the like double layer of books from the first bookshelf, the second bookshelf was already full. So at this point, I'm like, should I just convert one of my walls into a whole bookshelf? Should I just get floor to ceiling shelves for my house? That's like super expensive. I'm not gonna do that, but I wish I could, because honestly the number of books I have is ridiculous. I'm also really into manga. Well, I say really into. I have one full manga set, and it's Demon Slayer. But I really like manga too, and that is so hard to store if you don't have multiple bookshelves, because there are so many volumes per manga. Anyway, look at us go. So I'm working on the first house right now. I always forget what I have to craft before I walk over to the crafting table. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. So I was like sitting here memorizing it. That's why it was so long just then. And I think I still, on 1 or 2 of them, forgot an item and had to craft more than once. Look, I just had to open it again. I'm literally a clown. I could have just taken a photo of the screen and looked at that, but I would not, you know? I would not do that. That's not in the cards for me. Instead, I just have to open it over and over again. So I'm like running over to get my storage shed. But I kept walking into Resident Services to craft because, you know, they have like the crafting table in there. Didn't even remember that I crafted a crafting table to put outside so that I wouldn't have to go in the tent. This is what happens when you procrastinate on an island, and instead of like getting yourself together and working on it, you just go off and do your own thing. That's what I've been doing. I just abandoned this island for like a month or so after, I don't know when I made it. I abandoned it though. Instead of working on it and getting terraforming unlocked, I decided to work on Lorien because I didn't feel like doing the beginning game stuff. And now I have no idea what's going on this island. You know, that's the price you pay when you're lazy, like me. I also finally got a ladder though. I forgot. I always think when I restart that you get the ladder and the vaulting pole from Blathers, but that's not true. You get the vaulting pole from Blathers so you can look for fossils, and you get the ladder from Tom Nook so that you can climb for flowers. For, I think it's Home 2, requires a native flower wreath as one of the interior items. So yeah, I finally have a ladder. I've been wanting to climb so that I could go get the rest of the weeds. I keep meaning to save them and sell them to Leaf, but instead I give up and either just leave them in storage for ages or I sell them to the Nook twins because I'm impatient. That's the main word for it, which is funny since I've been patiently waiting for this island to build itself, am I right? Anyway, I'm really excited about it now though. I feel like I had to get in the mood to really work on this island, and now I have so many ideas. I've drawn a graph, like literally on graph paper. Well, it's not graph paper. It's Procreate, but with the drawing guide on, so it creates a graph for you. So anyway, I did in fact draw out exactly the number of squares and everything that I'm going to use for the entrance build. I was going to post it here so you could like see what I'm talking about, but that would kind of spoil the entrance speed build that's going to be probably the first build of the island. So we're not going to do that. You're just going to have to visualize in your head some graph paper with my brainstorming on it. It's kind of ugly, the drawing, because I just used like bright colors that would keep my attention. Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've been up to lately while we work on getting all of these things crafted. This is why it's my least favorite part. First of all, look at me sitting here not... Oh yeah, this is where I realized that I had crafted it, because I saw the check in the corner and I was like, wait a second. And it said, yeah, previously crafted. And I was like, well, where the heck is it then? Like, where did I put this table? So anyway, that prompted me to go and look for it, and I did in fact find it. I had left it on the beach by my house so that I could reach it super easily. It was right there the whole time. Look at me exploring. I'm like, I'm gonna go find that. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm going to the storage shed. Indeed. Oh, I was just picking it up. Right, so I decided I was going to carry the storage shed and the DIY bench with me to the houses so I wouldn't have to keep running back and forth, which is really smart. Look at me brainstorming. I feel like when I get in these Let's Play modes, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm playing Animal Crossing. I feel like I'm strategically trying to be the quickest I can be getting this stuff done. That makes it sound bad, but what I really mean is that when I'm doing a Let's Play, when I'm filming, it like motivates me to actually work on stuff instead of doing, I don't know if you all do this, but I've definitely seen people on Twitter talking about it before. You know how once you have something built on your island, instead of working on it more, you like open the game and you just run around the finished parts. I do that for like 10 to 20 minutes at a time, just like running through the parts that are finished or staring at my map instead of like actually working, doing something productive. Yeah, that's what most of my Animal Crossing playing amounts to be honest. I have almost 2,000 hours on my Lorien Switch and a little over 600 on this one. This is on my LexPlay Switch. I have a Lex Switch and a LexPlay Switch, and that doesn't matter at all because I use both of them for YouTube, so I don't know why I think of them that way. But anyway, yeah, so I've got over, I think that means that now I have like 2,500 total hours in Animal Crossing. If you're watching right now, tell me in the comments how many hours you have on the game, because I've seen some really impressive hour amounts. Like Nora from Horrible Gaming, I think she has like over 5,000 hours, which is like, that's killer. That's a lot of hours. I don't know though, what's the average? Like, what do casual players have on the game? I feel like I can't fathom being just a casual player because I spend so much of my time either actively playing Animal Crossing or brainstorming things that would make it easier for me to play Animal Crossing, you know, builds I could do and stuff. So I don't know, what's an average amount for a player? Also, okay, while we're talking about games and I'm working on this second house, which I placed the number 3 plot instead of number 2, I'm gonna try not to think about it. I have been obsessed with Kirby and the Forgotten Land, like playing it all the time. It is one of my comfort games now. It's so good. For those of you who haven't heard of the game, it's a new Kirby game from Nintendo. I think it's the first 3D platformer for the game, like the first mainline 3D Kirby game. Anyway, it is phenomenal. I made a video about it also with like my first impressions if you want to check that out. But oh my goodness, it is just so fun. I've had such a good time. I am a completionist 100%, and so as I go, I don't really progress to the next level until I've completed all the missions for the level that I'm on, and that's made it kind of frustrating at times. One of my first impressions was that the game was too easy. I was a clown. It is not too easy once you get further into it. I'm in the wild mode, which is the more difficult of the two modes they offer. You can get easy mode or wild mode, pretty much. So I'm doing wild mode, and some of these missions are so hard, but I'm telling you, I've never played a Kirby game before this one, and it is so cute. It is literally precious. I just cannot believe that I've never encountered a Kirby game before this. Like, the only experience I had with Kirby was Super Smash Bros. One of my friends mains Kirby. That's like the only thing I knew about him, and I was like, wow. That's so sad that I'm only just now discovering him, but good that I did discover him now, because this game, 12 out of 10. If I may direct your attention back to the screen, this is in fact house number 2, and it is the house that the flowers come from, so I was right. This is the one where you actually need to use your ladder to go up and pick the flowers. That's actually my favorite part. I love going and collecting little flowers. I feel like a little gardener. I feel like a little harvester or something. Speaking of harvesters, Never mind, not important. Look at this though, we're grabbing some flowers here. I cannot get over how cute this outfit is. I'm also trying to think about other games that I've been playing lately. I recently got Link's Awakening finally. I've been like considering getting the game for a long time, but I wasn't a fan of the like animation style, the like, I don't know what you'd call it. Like, it's not the graphics necessarily. I guess it is the graphics. I don't know. The graphics are good, but I didn't like the style of them. Like, I don't like the style of the game compared to, like, Breath of the Wild, that kind of thing. It was a little bit too cartoony for my taste, but then I was like, I'm literally obsessed with Kirby and the Forgotten Land. What am I talking about too cartoony? There's no such thing. So anyway, I have Link's Awakening, and it is also really fun. So if you enjoyed Breath of the Wild, I do think that you would also enjoy this one. They're very different games, but it's still very fun. It's got more of a like strategic puzzle thing going on. I can't believe this is turning into like Lex's top 5 recs for the Nintendo Switch. They would be, by the way, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Dead Cells, Breath of the Wild, and what other game am I super passionate? Stardew Valley for sure. What other game am I passionate about though? I don't know. But yeah, so there are some recs for you. People keep asking lately on Twitter actually what my recommendations are for the Switch gaming, and I'm like, well, let me tell you all about it. I play so many games. Somebody told me, gosh, what? I think it was because I made a comment about how I previously didn't like actively think that Kirby was a Pokemon, but if you had asked me, I might have said yes. I was talking about how like it was kind of a shocker when I like realized that Kirby isn't a Pokemon because he kind of looks like Jigglypuff. Someone made a comment about how it was clear that I only play Animal Crossing, or that I only create content for Animal Crossing, and I was like, first of all, yeah, well, I don't anymore. I usually create content for Animal Crossing, but that doesn't mean I don't play other games. You know, I don't think they meant it to be patronizing, but it was a little bit patronizing. I was like, hello? Yeah, I create content for this game. That just means that I'm super obsessed with this one. Not that I don't play anything else. That would be like, I don't even have a comparison. I can't think right now. But here we are. So I went to Tom Nook because I was like, great, all of the houses are done. And then I went back out to check and I was like, cool, we've got sold. Well, what's this? Sold, and then house number 3 is not. House number 2 is for Shino, our queen. And then house number 1 is for Paolo. And I was like, what's happening here? I went back to number 2 house and I was like, this is supposed to be Marina. Like, she was the first ever villager we got. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what if I waited too long to build this house and Marina decided to move elsewhere? I was like, is that possible? Like, if you don't build the houses soon enough, can they just decide not to move here anymore? I checked my map, like that would clear things up. I was like, where's Marina? Obviously not on the island. So I time traveled forward 2 days so that the other 2 villagers would hopefully move in, which by the way they do. I didn't know if they would like move in one at a time and only move in when you played. But no, both of them moved in even though I didn't play the day in between. So I went back and checked. Still, Marina was not here and I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I know I finished the house. It was fine. It was good. While I was stressing out, I decided to go and visit Shino. Look at her. What a cutie. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Look at her go. What a baby. I love Shino so much. I was shocked when we went to that mystery island and she was there. I also checked in on Paolo, who was already getting to work. Look at this king. He's sitting here. I think, isn't he lazy? Yeah, look, eat snacks lots. What a cutie. Anyway, so he was already making a DIY and I was like, wow, productive king. By the way, I said something about how I didn't feel productive in Animal Crossing earlier, and then I realized, like, that's not the point of the game. You don't have to be productive, you just have to have fun. So I wanted to throw that out there in case I psyched any of you out with that. Speaking of psyching people out, this is a self-care check. I hope that you are caring about yourself today because you are important and you do deserve to be loved even by yourself. Make sure you're drinking water, getting some decent food, good nutrients, getting out in the sun a little bit even. Maybe it's like cloudy where you are, but that's okay too. But take care of yourself, please. I was so convinced that Marina had like decided to move elsewhere, or that I had like accidentally not saved that day or something, that I literally went and got some Nook Miles tickets and went on a villager hunt. Viewer, I went on a villager hunt because I thought that she had just given up on us. I was like, there's gonna be no Marina. So here I am. Here's Wilbur, which if you didn't know, he is my favorite NPC in Animal Crossing. He's so underrated. Look at him with his glasses. He's so cool. But yeah, so here we are on this mystery island, and I was like, well, would you look at that? No one. So I was like, okay. So Marina is still in the queue. She's like coming to move in. So what's the deal? So then I realized that when I had placed house 2, I had sent 2 of the items for the 3rd house into the recycling box. So here I am I just took all the items because I figured they might be useful. But yeah, so the log stool and the water pump for Marina's house had been sent to the recycling box. And I thought that it was fine because, you know, if they had already registered that you completed the house, they should be able to move in. No. If you get rid of the items before the sold sign is there, they do not decide to come. So here I am fixing the problem. I can't believe I didn't realize it earlier because it was so obvious. Like, I even put the iron garden table and the iron garden chair where the water pump and the stool had been. Did not realize that they were gone. But yeah, look at me go. Now I can officially say that I finished all of the plots, and the next day, Marina moves in. I also found this journal and I was like, it might belong to one of the villagers that I don't want to keep here, namely Charlize and Jitters. But I was also like, it could also be the property of one of my, one of the villagers that I do want to keep here. So I decided to go on that little quest. I don't know, why am I customizing? I don't even have customization yet. I'm a clown. Yeah, you have to do the like customization, whatever it's called, like project with Tom Nook, and apparently I have not done that. I think you have to like customize a wardrobe, the wooden wardrobe. But yeah, I haven't done that. I was getting a little ahead of myself here. He did give me fencing, so we're gonna set that up. The last part of this video is mainly gonna be me trying to get the island ready for unlocking terraforming. So here's me, I'm going into Charlize's house to see if the journal was hers. We're just gonna check in a little bit. And this queen had a cold. She was sick. Look at her shivering. Look at her shaking like a little zombie. So anyway, that was a surprise. I was like, well, dang, like, pick a struggle. You lost your journal, you're sick. Actually, I don't know if it's her journal, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, dang. But I brought her medicine. I usually buy the medicine from Nook's Cranny when my villagers are sick because, again, lazy, don't like crafting. But I made this with my own 2 hands. I made that medicine for her. It's a home remedy, if you will. And look at that. She's healed. She's good. She's great. She's cute, actually. I have never liked Charlize. Like, I didn't actively dislike her, but she was never a villager I wanted to have on my island. And now that she's here, I'm like, what a cutie. Maybe I could keep her because her eyelids are kind of pink. You know what I'm saying? Pink accents. She'll fit right in with the cherry blossom theme. And her tail is cute. Anyway, so I went back out and Jitters tried to speak to me. Look at him. I don't like him. He's definitely leaving the island, but what a cutie while he's here. So he was telling me about how Shino is new to the island. He called her a hyper athlete. hyper athlete. She is literally trying to be a superstar, buddy. But yeah, so he and Charlize were talking about it, and they were gonna put some decorations around to make the island even more welcoming. And so they gave me a street lamp, and I was like, that's cool. I'll get to see. So when your villager gives you this first gift like this, when they just come up to you to help build the island, it's always something from your Nook stop. So it'll show you what color of that item you have if you haven't checked already. So I was like, okay, I'll see what color street lamp I have. And it was the one color that I won't be able to work with for this theme. It was brown. I could have worked with white. I could have worked with green. I could have even worked with brown. Where am I going to put a black street lamp on a Sakura themed island? I am so disappointed in Jitters for this. This is even more reason to get rid of him. Anyway, I went back over and finally checked to make sure that Marina was moving in, because I forgot to check after I finished the thing. I just assumed. But yeah, look at that. Marina coming home. I time traveled so that we could actually see her, because I was like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting. Did not find the owner of the journal, by the way. Didn't even think about it, so whatever, I guess. But yeah, so here we finally got Marina in. I don't know if she's gonna stay, I'm gonna be honest, because when I found her, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so lucky that my very first Nook Mile ticket for Mini Isle would land me on an island with a pink villager. I was like, that is so lucky. So this must be a sign that I should take her. First of all, there is no such thing as signs in Animal Crossing, you know what I mean? Like, everything just happens. There's not a reason. There was no sign for me to take Marina. Also, look at Shino. Oh my gosh, what a cutie. She has her little umbrella, her little parasol. I called out to you because I have something to give you, so here you go. I thought it was so cute that she gave it to me actually wrapped as a present. It's a sand castle. You know, I had to go set that up. What was I saying though? So Marina is, I've never liked the octopus villagers. Their mouths really creep me out. Like, they're just little voids. I've never been a big fan of them. And I was thinking about it, and there are so many cute normal villagers. Marina is a normal villager, and the normal villagers are, in general, so much cuter than me than any of the others. So I was like, you know, maybe I'll let Marina go. Harvey also finally visited, which I thought was cute. I kind of wanted to not talk to him so he'd continue wandering around the island like a little king, but then I was like, the sooner we get him set up, the sooner I'll be able to access Harriet and get my new favorite hairstyle, which is the one I wear in most of my thumbnails because it's the hairstyle I have on Lorian. So anyway, I talked to him. He's cute. He's doing his own thing. I love it when he visits the island, and I wish he did it more. Now we're getting into, I didn't even visit Marina, by the way. Now that I finished the video, I'm realizing this. Didn't even visit Marina. Never went to see her. So here I am setting up items. I think to get 3 stars, which is what you need as your island rating to unlock terraforming, I think you need like 50 placed furniture items outside. It does not matter where they are. I've heard rumors that like the 50 items you place have to be in the different sectors of your island. Like if you open the map, the island is segmented by squares. That's not true. You can do whatever. I also went ahead and turned in the last 2 critters to Blather so that he could so that he could set up the museum, because I just kind of gave up on that too. I was like submitting all of them during a stream one time, and then I got distracted. Just never gave him the last 2. We could already have the museum if I wasn't playing. But yeah, so I think that's a rumor. You don't have to have items in specific sectors of your island for it to count towards your rating. Just place them anywhere. Same with flowers. I planted a lot of flowers on the beach, and a friend from my Discord also brought a lot of flowers over, so I think that'll be good for the flowers. And I'm going to set up the fencing. The general plan is just to place a lot of things in the hopes that when Isabel comes, we can go ahead and get the island rating and it'll be 3. I've never gotten it to be 3 the very first time I checked, so I'm trying to remember to get everything done before I check so that it's actually a 3-star rating when I go to talk to Isabel. Every time I'm missing like one of the requirements, and I'm like, dang it, Alexis. I just used my legal name on here. You know me as Lex. My real name is Alexis. Spoiler. That's like a Lex life spoiler. Yeah, so here I am just placing items haphazardly around the edge of the beach. I placed a few more than 50 just to be safe, because I was like, it'll be so fast to come back through here and pick them up. And I think it's really satisfying to be able to go back and pick stuff up after you've placed it. That's my favorite thing about flattening an island, actually. I hate having to flatten like terraforming, But I love going back through and just picking up all the items because it's so fast. You just get rid of everything so quickly. I also found a DIY on the beach from Anchovy, and it was a music stand, which I already have, so I threw that in the garbage where it belongs. Thanks, Anchovy, for nothing, but I still like you, King. And with that, we are done for today. I did not unlock terraforming today, but we tried to unlock terraforming. A lot of chattiness today. I hope it was mildly entertaining for you, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Here is my little sister Peaches to tell you all goodbye for now, and keep an eye out because Harv is about to invade the screen.
Hey guys, I am a builder now. I built the whole bookshelf by myself. I'm so proud. So I'm a builder now. So if you want me to build something, just call me and I'll come over and build it for you. Anyways, I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!